Hey guys, welcome to another We Are No Code video. Today's video I'm gonna talk about the differences between no code and code. Let's go. Hi, my name is Kyle. I'm the Chief No Code Officer here at We Are No Code, and in this channel we talk all about no code tools in the no code space. So if you want to know more about no code tools, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also leave the thumbs up on the video. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about the differences between no code and code. Do you know what they are? Well, so if you don't, stick until the end of the video to find out. Let's go to my computer screen now so I can explain these two concepts a little bit better. So no code is essentially building software in a visual way. Inside no code tools, you have a drag and drop builder that allows you to visually develop applications. You drag components, you drag like buttons, you draw sections, you add titles, you add pretty much any component you need in that application. So you not only build in a visual way, but you design in a visual way, then you do some logic, you also add automation, you also do some integration. You pretty much do everything you need to do to build that application in a visual way. And that means you don't need to know how to code yourself in order to build applications, because you can do that in a visual way. So when you're using no-code tools, you are visually building applications. And on the background, the no-code tool itself is creating the code for you. So basically you have a visual interface that you'll be using inside these no-code tools. And once you're building this application, you don't have to understand code, you don't have to have programming skills, you don't have to be a developer. You can simply go inside those no-code tools, drag and drop components, and then build your application, because in the background, the no-code tool will be creating the code for you. And one idea that a lot of people had in the past is that no-code tools are used to then create and generate the code for you. So then you get this code and host somewhere else, and then you have your application. So that's a wrong concept that a lot of people have until today, and that completely changed over the past few years. So the no-code tool goal today is not to be generating code for you, so then you host it yourself. That's no longer the case. It does generate the code for you, but not for you to host it yourself. Of course, there are some no-code tools that do that and allow you to do that, but I would say that's the concept of the old no-code tools, the old generation of no-code tools. So nowadays, the no-code tools aim to generate the code for you in the background, but they also have an environment for you to host everything and deploy inside the no-code tool itself. So you don't have to worry about hosting the application yourself. So now, these are the no-code tools. They have a visual editor, they have a visual builder, and they allow you to use this visual editor, this visual builder, to then create applications. Like it could be a app, a mobile app, a web app, a website, a marketplace. You can create CRMs and any kind of digital application you can think of. It's very likely that you'll be able to use no-code tools to build a wide variety of applications. And yeah, the possibilities are endless. So basically, this is what no-code is. And it is so powerful because it allows non-technical people to build software in a visual way. And this means you don't have to be a developer, you don't have to know how to code, and usually knowing how to code and how to program yourself would take a long time. It would take you several years to master multiple languages, multiple programming languages that are required for you to build applications. And the more complex the application you want to build is, the harder it will be and more time it will take for you to learn how to be able to build those applications if you wanted to use code to build that. It would take several years for you to master all the coding languages and be able to build applications as a developer. So no-code is an alternative path. So if you don't want to learn how to code yourself, you don't want to spend a lot of years learning how to code to then be able to build your applications, you can learn no-code, because no-code is easier to learn, it's faster to learn and faster to build as well. So this allows a lot of common people like you and me to just learn no-code and be able to build applications. But be aware that learning no-code tools is not enough. You also want to learn other skills as well, especially if you're trying to build a business, not just to build an app for fun. If you want to build a serious business, you would like to learn no-code tools, but also entrepreneurship and other skills as well that combined can drive you to success. So not only learning no-code is enough, but it's already a very good thing that we have no-code available for us to learn how to build applications, be able to build applications. And then if we combine entrepreneurship skills with that no-code skill, it's going to be very powerful, because you'll be able to build pretty much anything you want to build and launch and test and validate ideas quickly in the market. And that's amazing. Don't forget to check our program, the No-Code Startup. The link is down below in the video description section. In the course, we offer private coaching. We have a lot of curriculum material for you to learn no-code tools and also to learn the startup methodology. We have perks and discounts for you to save money while creating and building your startup business. You will have access to a private chat with me and Christian to answer all your questions through video and message. And apart from that, we run weekly coaching sessions with all our students, so you can interact with other students and other founders like you. Let's build your next startup idea together. Join our diverse and growing community of more than 450 students from more than 23 different countries. Let's make your business idea become a reality using no-code tools and knowing the step-by-step on how to get there. So make sure to check the program. The link is down below and apply today. See you at the No-Code Startup. So now let's talk a little bit about code, because yeah, we talked a little bit about no-code, but what is code then? Well, I think I don't have to explain much about what code is, because pretty much anyone should know what code is, but I'm going to talk a little bit about it in more detail. So what is code? So when we talk about code, we talk about the languages you need to learn in order to create an app. And believe me, there are many out there. So there are a few that are easier for you to learn, but don't get you too far because they are very basic, and some other more complex languages that you can use to build the more complex applications. But the truth is, you have to learn a lot of different languages in order to build an app. You need to know front-end languages, and sometimes you need back-end languages as well. Those are all programming languages you need to learn in order to build applications. And for the front-end languages, there are more basic languages such as HTML, and you also have another famous language that is very often used combined with HTML, which is CSS. And also you have JavaScript, which is also very known and is used together with HTML and CSS to create more complex websites and landing pages and add interaction, validation, and so much more. Now talking about back-end languages, we have PHP, for example. We have Python. We have also Java. We have many more languages for back-end. We have also database languages, MySQL. We have MongoDB. We have lots and lots of options out there to be used. And then it will come down to the developer's preference, to what exactly they need to build. And if you just know front-end languages like HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, it's still a little bit limited in terms of what you can do. You can pretty much create static landing pages with some animation sometimes, with some interaction, but then you always rely on more complex languages like PHP, Python, Java, React sometimes, and even databases as well to build more complex and sophisticated applications. So it's important if you want to build complex apps or more robust applications, it's important that you know a lot of languages and combine them together. And usually developers, they are either front-end or back-end developers, or they can be a full-stack developer in case they know all the front-end and back-end languages at the same time. But if you are only focusing on becoming a front-end developer, it means you will still rely on someone else to build full applications, and usually you need a team of developers to be able to deliver a full product, and not only developers but also designers as well. And why would you spend a lot of time, money, and energy learning those coding skills if you are actually not gonna work as a developer at the end? Remember, if you are trying to build a startup business idea, your goal is to build a business, not to become a developer. So that's why no code is very different from code, and that's why we like no code so much, because for entrepreneurs, for non-technical people, it's a shortcut. It's a way simpler step-by-step process to learn and learn enough to build your first MVP, your first applications, to then have a working business that you can then evolve. And if needed, at some point, you can hire a development team to help you build this company. But that shouldn't be required at the very early stage of your company. So that's why we like no code so much. So this is a quick overview and a quick comparison between code and no code. I hope you got a lot of value from this video and also could understand a little bit more about the differences between no code and code. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video and also subscribe to the channel. And I see you on the next videos. Let's no code.